Hey folks, Marc Elias here, Red One Realty. Today we are here with Sheila Howell, the marketing expert. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good to be with you. What does geo-farming mean?
So that is where I'm actually going out kind of in a neighborhood and I'm doing postcards. I'm also getting involved in the neighborhood, making sure that people see my face. They start to get familiar with me.
Yeah.
Joining Facebook groups. You don't really boost post or anything within the groups. It's more about creating that dialogue. It's just about building trust within that community.
What is Google Analytics and how do you use it?
So Google Analytics is really helpful when you're putting content out there and they're coming into your site. So whether it be a KV core site or some other site, being able to see, okay, here's how many people came to your site. And then when they come into your KV core, assuming that they're filling out the form, how do they engage? Are they a warm lead, or are they, just basically they just wanted to see the property and they're browsing and moving on? So with that, once you get some more data, then you can start to say, okay, Google brings in, let's say, 100 leads a month. Mm-hmm. 2 of those are really good leads, okay? But then what did you spend? And so you just kind of start to do the math on that and say, okay, Google will also say, here's how many came in through organic, which means that they saw your site. You came up in a natural search, so you didn't have to pay for anything, which those are great because they're free leads. Yeah. But it's so hard because you have to get your site really optimized in order to appear in the search naturally. There's also some free tools to where you can kind of gauge yourself against your competitors, so to speak. Sure. So if you want to see how Century 21 agents are doing versus you can put that in. So there's some free sites there where you can do that. You can also see what words are important.
Yeah. What's a free resource that agents can use to kind of do those comparisons?
Yeah. So SEM Rush is one.
SEM Rush. Rush.com?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's .com. Right. I just refer to SEM Rush and it will come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's free?
Yeah. But really my go-to is Google Analytics. Okay. Because that is as close as you can get to the source. That'll tell you what's happening with your own site. And for anyone that has a blog, that's a great way to get natural. Mm-hmm. So if you've got your blog and it's on your KV core site, make sure that it's optimized. Mm-hmm. And then they will come to you for that content, and then they will start to search. And then you'll be able to see, okay, well, this is driving more people to get deeper into my website.
Yeah. So when you say optimized blog, what action, in layman's terms, because you're an expert at this.
Thanks for bringing me back.
Yeah. What action would someone take to optimize their blog?
So really thinking about what words you're using. So Google likes bulleted list. Mm-hmm. So Google has a robot that goes through and reviews the words and the way that they're used on your site. And it will say, okay, if you have something bulleted out that's really important for someone that's doing a search, you're going to rank higher for that than someone that has that same term muddied in a big paragraph.
Can I use ChatGPT to write my blogs?
You can, but it needs to be optimized after that, because chat is going to be basically just giving you data. So first of all, you want it to sound authentic. You don't want it to sound like all the other agents that are using a chat to do it. So you can start there, optimize it based on, okay, let's say that you live in Dublin and you're near Muirfield, or you've got golf course homes, what have you. Mm-hmm. So trying to start layering those terms in, and then the chatbots will give you bullets that you can use, but just think about what's in those bullets and how it's going to help you stand apart from your competitors.
Okay, so you got to edit them. Mm-hmm. You got to layer in some authenticity, some keywords that will make it unique, because it sounds like Google's web crawler will actually determine if they are ChatGPT posts. Is that accurate?
I don't know that you get flagged for that so much, but what it will do is it will look like someone else.
Yeah.
So you're both competing with the same content.
Yep.
Or very, very similar content.
Sure.
So it's better to make it very unique. So it's like, okay, this feels different than this one.
Sheila, if people do have questions about measurement and Google Analytics and kind of what that looks like, would you be okay if they reached out to you?
Of course, I'd love that.
Okay,
I
awesome.
love to talk about marketing.
Okay, awesome. Good. Well, I know people would really appreciate that.
Good.
Your expertise is really rare in our particular field. Who do you admire? You have any thoughts? Anything coming to you?
Which probably says a lot.
You admire yourself, you egotistical maniac. I'm surprised Terry didn't say that.
Exactly. Maybe we should redo that question.
That's great. What can people expect when they work with you?
So, timeliness.
Yeah.
So, like responding, I think that is so important to be able to know that, okay, I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. And, I'm going to put my client first, of course, but it's so important to be respectful to each other and treat each other the way that, you want to be when you're on the other side.
For those agents that are also getting started that don't have a background in marketing, how does an agent determine what medium to use to begin their marketing with?
Well, given that I'm also like really into finances, it starts with your budget. So what can you afford? So Geo-Farming might not be for everyone because it does take an investment. As we were saying, it could be 6 months of mailing a postcard. So, so take that into mind. But then it's like, okay, how much time do you have? Because if you have a lot of time, maybe it's about creating lots of content. Do you love to write? Then it's about writing the blog. So there's different, it's going to vary based on the agent, based on where they are financially, where they are, what their skill sets. And thankfully, it's not one size fits all. They have to figure out what works for them and then pivot. Don't be afraid to pivot.
Yeah, I think what makes me unique is that I've failed more than most people.
Well, I don't know.
No, I have. Yeah, I've attained success because I've failed more than most people.
See? And there's nothing to be ashamed about that because it's like, you kept swinging.
100%. So I believe in the $6 budget.
Okay.
The $6 budget is a coffee. Sitting with another human being, a client, a partner, so forth, like a lender or title company, over coffee is one of the most effective marketing methods that I've had in my business.